Yo, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. I'm going to talk about AMC, a little bit of GME, VRM, Vroom, and Bitcoin. I'm going to start off with Bitcoin just because I don't talk about Bitcoin very much. I jumped into Bitcoin. Obviously, I didn't even buy a whole coin. But originally I jumped into Bitcoin probably around like 25,000. Watched it rise up to that 60,000 mark, and you know, I only made a couple $100 because I didn't have much in it. When it dropped back down, I jumped back in around that I want to say 20 to 18, 19,000 range when I started buying in when I could. Still don't have a whole coin. Got a few $100 in there in one. Is it a broker out for coins? Anyways, I got some there. I got some in another, you know, a couple spots. I had Voyager, which if you were a part of Voyager, you know what that was like. Anyways, so just looking at what I'm seeing with it, I think you're gonna have some pullbacks. Obviously, you're seeing that today a little bit. I think there's gonna be ups and downs with it, but I think Bitcoin is gonna have a steady rise back up. I do anticipate seeing it going back up to around that 60,000 mark. I don't know when. I don't think it'll be too far out. But when I say too far, I don't mean like 5 years. I mean like a year or so. Probably be back around that 60K mark. So for me at this point, I'm still buying little bits and pieces. But I think, you know, I'm going to wait for it to dip a little bit again. I don't know if it will, but in my personal opinion, I think it will. I think dipped a little bit today. I think once it gets around, like if it gets back around that 30,000 again at some point, I'll probably buy back again. But I think you're just going to see higher highs and lower lows. But it's just a long drug out process with Bitcoin. As long as nothing changes, I think that's still the lead coin. XRP, people always talk about. I've got some just because I FOMO'd in, but I don't think it's going to be as great as advertised. I think it's just kind of one of those rug pull type plays if you're not careful. But that's another video. I didn't plan on talking about that. AMC is still the same thing. I think we are going to see, you know, we're due for an upside on it. It's been a long journey down. A lot of FUD, a lot of people actually selling, just a lot of AMC shit. So AMC is AMC. You know, you got issues with short interest. You've got shares being diluted. It's just, AMC is not going to be a fun ride. I'll tell you that right now. So if you're in AMC, you know, and you just can't handle it and it's too much for you, I'm not like mad if you sell. I'm not mad if you buy. I'm not mad if you hold. For me personally, I think that this thing is just still too many people that have just hard-headedly, smooth-brainedly just decided to hold in, hold out, and see where it takes you. Even the people that are upset with the play are still not selling because it doesn't make sense. You're about 85% down, 90% down in your position. They don't want to sell. So I get that as well. But I do think, I still think it's going to have a squeeze. It should have happened a long time ago. It didn't happen a long time ago. There's still more things that need to happen. I think as long as certain powers that be have those powers and ability to make things up, it's going to be like that. But I just, in my opinion, my feeling, everything I've read, I don't think it'll last forever. I do think it could go a year or two. So that's my thoughts on that. GME, I think GME is kind of played out a little bit. I don't think it'll ever go back up to that $1,500 mark, but I do think it could have a ride up to 100, 200 here soon, the next few months, maybe sooner. That one I don't have as much DD on, but I do think that there's a possibility for that to have a quick little, I don't know, gamma squeeze, if you will, something like that. So, yeah, I'm still in on that, but I don't have as much, you know, I don't have as much knowledge on it, but what I do know and what I do see from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem to be like a huge squeeze coming. I think there will be a squeeze. I guess you could call it a huge squeeze if it goes from like $15 to $100. That's a pretty good squeeze, you know, but I don't think it's ramping up for over $150, $200, something like that. That's just my opinion. Hopefully I'm wrong. AMC, when it does pop and it does squeeze, I still think that one's going into the thousands. I just can't. You can't convince me otherwise, just because of all the shit I've read. And there might be someone out there that investigates and has done so much DD on GME. They think I'm insane. Correct me if I'm wrong. Show me. I'm open to learning. I'm open to making fucking money. Shit. I'm not. So, anyways, that's what I got for this one. Oh, Vroom. Ticker symbol VRM. That one is very low. I do think that one's got potential to jump back up to around $1, $1.25 in the next couple weeks. So watch that one if you want. That's what I'm looking out for. NOG, Northern Oil Gas as well, I'm in on. I rode that one up a little bit. Didn't sell when I initially thought I should, but I think there'll be another wave coming. So this is my thoughts. Have a good day. Be blessed. Let's get here soon.